Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into Crypto Mainly. Happy Monday, guys. What a nice thing to wake up to today. A nice pump from Bitcoin. 282 subscribers on my new channel now, guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Turn on the bell, please, and look out for notifications. I will be doing sort of more sort of snippet updates and also live streams. So please stay tuned. It's a very new channel, guys, so don't be put off by the number of subscribers. Do sort of add yourself, sort of like, subscribe. Press the bell, and obviously you can always unsubscribe if you don't like my content, but hopefully that won't happen. I'm available over on Twitter as well, guys. My handle rather is at Crypto Mainly, and my NFTs are still selling rather nicely over on OpenSea, and they are available on Rarible. They're on the Polygon network, so nice cheap gas fees there for those of you that are interested in the NFTs there. So thanks ever so much, guys. There is only a limited supply of these VIP passes, just make a note of that, and hopefully I'll see you in the group. So jumping straight into the content. Okay, guys. So this was the trade that we were watching for. As you'll know, I was looking for sort of an ABC correction, and obviously the close of the CME gap. As I mentioned in my previous video, the CME gap doesn't have to be closed at this point. I did say that the funding rates were very negative, and that it's very likely that we get another try higher from Bitcoin, and clearly that's what we've got here. Let me just pop my highlighter on for you. As you'll know, guys, I always forget to put that on. So, okay, so yeah, so we got a nice, a nice consolidation, like similar to what we had here. A very tight range and a long consolidation period was what we had here. And I did warn of that yesterday in the video, so hopefully some of you guys took note of that. We were just watching for an entry and rejection for somewhere in this area here to take this short position. But of course, that didn't happen. So this trade I'm going to take off is no longer valid. It was a no trade, so we didn't enter that trade or that position. And I'm going to just remove this ABC corrective move. I'm just going to take that off as well for now. Okay, so now, don't want to steal too many people's thunder, but there is a little bit of a concern, which I'll just show you, and that is the CME gap, which I haven't loaded, so please forgive me for that. I'll just load that up. Okay, let's have a look at this chart. So just be very careful, guys. As you can see, previously we got this diamond formation at the top. And we took the short, and obviously, we in my trading group, incidentally, we traded on the way up, we traded on the way back down, we traded on the way back up here, and we took profits before it rolled over. So in the last couple of days, this is only in the last couple of days, my Telegram group started on the 2nd of June, so 4 days ago, and so that was an example, a couple of examples of the leverage positions that we've been taking in the group. Overnight, guys, the alt positions which I've shared in the last couple of days, we're up around about sort of between 10 and 15% on average overnight. So if you think about that for a moment, 15% profit in 24 hours. Very nice. So do think about joining the group by purchasing. If you purchase the NFT at the moment, basically. The strap line for the NFT is that there's no promises and no boundaries. As you all know, guys, I have to be very careful with legalities and red tape and things like that. So if you purchase an NFT, that's your decision. There's no promises, no guarantees. There's nothing attached to an NFT. That's entirely your decision. But having said that, as I've said from the beginning, I can look on the blockchain and I can look back in time to see who was supporting my project at the early stages, and I can offer bonuses, incentives, and benefits and what have you along the way. And who knows where that would lead us. This is a new channel for me. I'm only just starting out on my own. Hopefully, if I become any more, anywhere near as successful as some of the other influencers that are on YouTube, then perhaps there'll be something nice that I can do for the holders of my NFTs in the future. But along the way, guys, and at the moment now, currently, if you purchase an NFT complimentary, I will be giving you 6 months VIP access to the NFT Telegram channel. So anyway, sorry guys, back to the content. This is what you're here for, not to listen to me waffle on about my NFTs. Yeah, I mean, just be a little bit cautious here, guys. Just bear in mind, the green price here, the 31,820. That's a key weekly level. We took one rejection from there, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a second rejection. And you will note that in addition to our CME gap that we were watching on this chart here, this CME gap here is this lower one. You will notice now that we have got a second CME gap below us, which is rather nice. But of course, as I've said before, we have got, you know, a larger CME gap above us, which the top end of that range is around about sort of 36,000. That's that big blue box at the top there. So a very nice magnet to draw price up towards that CME gap at the top there. So as you know, guys, if you've been watching my videos since I've started, you'll know that that I think that the price is going to, you know, the Bitcoin price and things, it's possible that it could come down towards the end of the year, sort of September, October, November time. So these CME gaps may just sit there nicely and just wait until we, you know, we head up, we close this gap, and then come back down later in the year. That is a possibility, guys. So don't worry too much. Although, having said that, it is something to be aware of. We have to be aware of these CME gaps, and you know, at what point do we need to worry less? Well, you'll notice on here the green price there, 31,330, is a daily level. Okay, that's a key daily level, and you'll notice that currently the price is above that daily level. However, you will notice that this price action here was also above that daily level. It tried to attack the weekly, so the dark green line there, 31,820, which I've been talking about many times, and I've mentioned it many times in the videos, almost to the point where I had some comments, and I thought, well, you know, I said the price 31,820 is the price to watch, and in one particular video, I must have said that price about 15 times, and I still got you know, put a sort of a fairly sort of snarky comment on my YouTube afterwards, saying that they thought that I'd said that there was going to be a macro reversal. At the moment, guys, we are below weekly resistance at 31,820. When we get above, at 31,820, okay, and we come back down and retest, then that will be the time when we are looking for some continuation of like a higher, you know, continuation higher and up towards that CME gap that's above us. So to be clear, guys, let me just draw this on here for you. So what we're looking for is the price to come up, okay, and then come back down and retest that green dotted line, okay, which is the price of 31,820. Make a note of that on your chart. If there's nothing else on your chart, make that note. 31,820 is the level to watch. That's a weekly level. And usually, guys, if you look back in time, weekly levels can take a while to break through, as can sort of monthly, because the higher the time frame, the more significant you know, the level can be. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get another scenario like this, where we've got this, you know, rolling over, and we roll over again, come back down and fill the, you know, the gap, and then, you know, and then we get the continuation higher. But you know, this is the trouble with trading and things, guys. You know, you've got to just be prepared, or as much as you can be, for either scenario. If we get above 31,820, you'll see we did here. You know, we got above that the 31,820 level here, but that's not on a daily time frame. Is what we're looking for. A close is above on a daily time frame is what we're looking for, and more importantly, and this is what we're really looking for, is a daily close above on a weekly time frame. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. So if I'm talking about a weekly level and we're looking for closes above that, I have had some questions recently about, you know, what time frames am I talking about for candle body closes. If I'm talking on a, you know, on a 4-hour time frame, and I'm talking about candle body closes above a certain level, then generally that's the level that I'm talking about, you know, as being on that time frame, if that makes sense. So a 4-hour time frame, for example, if I said that a key level here, like you can see here, that a key level from a resistance point of view was the candle body close area here. Okay, so from a technical analysis point of view, if I'm saying that, you know, to watch for closes above there, and we're looking at a 4-hour time frame, that's what I mean. Candle body closes on a 4-hour time frame above that level, and the same goes for the you know, for this weekly level that we're watching, 31,820. We're looking at daily closes would be nice, but we are looking for a weekly close above 31,820. Okay, daily I think would get me excited, but you know, as I say, you know, the weekly level is the one to watch. Okay, guys, so just moving on, we'll have a look at the so the CME gaps, you know, down the bottom here. So you got the lows of that CME gap there, sort of 29,600, and the high sort of 29,800. Okay, and then obviously we've still not filled in this gap down the bottom here. Very sneaky of Bitcoin. It's come down, not quite touch the CME gap, and continue higher and create another CME gap below me. I mean, it does make me think that we're going to see, this, perhaps another rejection from this 31,820, which is the green dotted line on this chart as well. It does make me it does make me think that we'll see something where, we have a couple of stabs at this, maybe 1, 2, we get the 3 bars. 3 drives pattern again, and then we come back down, fill in the gaps like that. That wouldn't surprise me to see that, guys. So the altcoin positions that I've taken, actually, just if we look at dominance is all of this area here. I was sharing in the group because dominance was looking like it was breaking down. It actually, is looking extremely strong, and as you can see, as we speak now, it's actually trying to break even above this rising wedge pattern. Which generally would suggest that there's going to be a very fast move, in the upward direction, which would be not very good for altcoins, in their Bitcoin pairing. But just bear in mind, guys, one thing that I will say is this Bitcoin dominance chart is a fantastic tool. Okay, it does give you an idea, it does give you an indication of what's happening, but you can only use it really as a tool if you're comparing it against the total market cap. Because, for example, if let's say, for example, the institutions suddenly start to pile, billions into the market, then this chart, well, all of the charts really would be much harder to use. But this chart in particular, it could be that if you look at the total market cap, in fact, I'll bring that up for you. If we have a look at the total market cap, you'll see that that we've been bouncing along. Excuse my scribbles from the previous days. Videos, guys, but you'll see that. Let me just take these off so you can see more clearly. Excuse my scribbles, guys, but you see we got the series of lows here, and we got the higher lows. I do think that the neckline is somewhere here. Okay, so we're looking at something like that for the neckline. Okay, so if we do get this sensation where we come up to the neckline, okay, breakout, come back down, retest, that would be lovely to see. Okay, but what my message is basically, when you're thinking about the Bitcoin dominance, just consider the move on this total chart. This is the amount of money that's in the total market. Okay, so you've got this move which is 7%. So you've had, let's say 10% from round numbers. You've had 10% more volume in the entire market. Just imagine what that's like. You don't get that sort of thing in institutional markets where you get a sudden influx of sort of 10% of the entire market cap suddenly coming in overnight. It just just doesn't happen. The traditional markets are much harder to move, and you may get 10% moves off individual companies within the traditional market. So let's say, for example, I don't know, if you picked a stock, maybe you might get a 10% rise in that particular stock. If you did in traditional markets, people would be doing cartwheels and they'd be very happy, because it's unusual, because the stocks are heavier to move. But having said that, it's not impossible. But what I'm saying here is that 10% of the entire crypto market cap has been increased overnight. So that, just to put that into perspective, guys. So Bitcoin dominance is great. It's a tool I use regularly, as you know, guys. But just consider, whilst the total market cap is pumping like this, then it kind of we have to try and the Bitcoin dominance will kind of give us a gauge of the size of this move, of how much of that money that's flowing into the market is flowing into Bitcoin, and how much of this amount of money that's flowing in is flowing into the altcoins. And you can still use Bitcoin dominance in that fashion, but it's just a little bit of a different way to think about it. And if we have a look at the dominance, USDT, so USDT dominance, as you know, guys, if you've been watching my videos, it's the Tether dominance, and you can see we did get these nice rejections. We were looking like this was going to be another bull flag, and lovely, we did get the breakdown, and we've broken down below this support as well, which is rather nice. If we do sort of come down to the bottom here, this lower support line has been tested 1, 2, 3, 4 if it comes down for a fifth time, I'd be very surprised if that holds on the fifth time. It's possible, but I'd be very surprised to see that. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, and I've had some really lovely feedback, lovely comments. My group is growing, Telegram group's growing fantastically, and I'm really pleased with with all the interaction I'm getting from you guys. And each and every one of you, I look at it, I think 280 subscribers. That's an incredible amount. That's an incredible number of people that are taking time out of their day to sit down and watch my content, and and I really appreciate it. And hopefully the NFT owners, as times go on, and hopefully I get more and more sort of recognition and become more and more successful. Hopefully the NFT holders in the long term will be very, very pleased with the purchase that they made. And as I said, guys, at the moment, you can get a 6-month complimentary VIP NFT access to my Telegram group. So ever so much, thanks ever so much, guys. Always remember, take profits and buy something real. And I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Take care, guys.